So, this new journey that I am taking for me, um, which I am absolutely, positively, extremely happy about. Um, so, I know a lot of people gonna be mad. Might have to record this later because my phone about to go dead. A lot of men, mostly men, will be mad. So I know a lot of people that's probably gonna be joining in, tuning in to this stuff is women. But my new journey I'm taking now is to be a single mother by choice. So for the people that already know me, they already know, yes, I have always been a single mother, but I got two kids. Um, And this last time I thought I was gonna at least, well, at first I did thought I was just gonna do this by myself, but he acted like he wanted to be in her life. And so I was gonna try to at least co-parent, but that didn't work out. So yeah. So I always been a single mother, but this time it is by choice. Like, this is what I want. This is the only thing that's probably gonna make me happy. So I I'm excited. Now, so the whole point of me doing this YouTube is basically to show y'all this, share this journey and give you a couple reasons why I'm taking this journey. Um, I got some other stuff covered up that I am extremely excited about that I'm starting. So I've been on like an emotional roller coaster. It's been it's been crazy, but I will share that probably in a month or so. But why I don't feel like co-parenting is for me. Of course, I should have figured out that before I had her, but then again, I didn't even think the man was gonna try to be in her life anyway. So, but I am a helicopter mom, one. So if you know, you know. And like, so I don't believe in daycare, school, and all that stuff. So my daughter will be homeschooling. She has the only places she been was is my mama house. She don't be around too many kids or anything. I do have a kid that is in school. You know, I had him when I was younger, so I really ain't had no choice. But I did try to like make him do homeschooling and stuff after like COVID and stuff, but he was like, that ain't for me. So I just let him finish out school, the regular way. So, but this is not nothing new. Like, if you talk to my mama, she'll tell you, like, she'd be asking me stuff like, yeah, if you didn't have to send him to school, you would have never did it, would you? No, I wouldn't have. Like, if I actually had somebody to help me, no, I wouldn't. My baby would have never been in daycare, okay? But hey, they always say your first kid is the roughest. Especially if you have them, that's like your practice kid, basically. But now that I'm like have a little bit more support, my baby, she will be homeschooled. So that is one of the reasons why this co-parent thing won't work. We will stay in different states. So that ain't gonna work either. Like, I like my baby inside my house basically at all times. I mean, unless I gotta do something like really important. Most of the time she's with me. And another big reason why I feel like I need to be a single mother by choice is because this is gonna be a bad way to put this, but I don't believe in like stepmothers and all that stuff. Like, I don't believe in raising my kid with another female. And that's another reason why she's not in daycare. She won't be in school, because I just don't believe in that. Like, I think that is something that was made up as well as school, like putting your kids in school. So now I don't need nobody coming over here like, well, you can't say that about stepmamas and da 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 da. Like, this ain't about you. Get out your heart. Get out your heart. Uh, if you are, if you believe in that, I ain't knocking that. That's you. That's what you want to do, and this is what I want to do. Keep it like that. So, I know my helicopter moms, y'all gonna understand where I'm coming from. All the alpha females, they might understand too, because it's definitely a control thing. It is. I like to be in control of what my child is learning, her environment, um, things she's picking up on and bringing back to the house. You know, if I have some more kids, she could be possibly teaching them some things that I never showed her or whatever. And I just want to be careful about things like that, because I am a very, very, very strong minded woman, and I can't, like, having a daughter, no offense again, y'all do what y'all do, y'all do what y'all want to do, man, but I don't want to raise my baby to be inferior to a man. And as you know, Miss Sprinkle Sprinkle will tell you, it's a lot of pick-me's out here, and I'd be damned if my daughter be one of them. So that's something that's really big for me, and I want my baby to be strong. Right now, she is very opinionated, very opinionated. And sometimes I check her, and sometimes I just let her express herself, because I don't want her. I don't want that taken from her. I don't want her voice to be taken away from her. So when people be like, "Oh, you don't get her," or whatever, no, I don't. In time, she will learn, but I need her to be outspoken, because that's how I want her to be raised. I want her to be outspoken. So drawing that line of when she can and can't say certain things, it's hard, but yeah, I want my baby strong. I don't want my baby chasing uh behind no man. And she's young, but that's when it starts. That's when it starts. You see certain stuff, like when I was young, like, I had people trying to get me to do certain things that would that was like training me to, you know, pick up after a man or chasing a man. And I feel like if I wasn't like, or of course I have my own mind. I have always been that girl. I don't care. Like, telling people off all the time. Like, no, that's not gonna be me. But um had I not been, and sometimes I feel like if I would have like been around like stronger people, and I don't mean like grown ups and that, but like this is like people my age or a little older. If I would have been around stronger people, I wouldn't have like chose some of the men that I chose. So I really want to redirect my baby away from that at an early age. surround her. That's why it's important to me that she don't have all these different influences in her life, you know. But I think that's it. That's all I really wanted to say, for real, for real. Like, so I want to say this quick story before I started. So what I mean by that is, when I was like between the ages of 8 and 10, we was having like, I have a big family. So it's family there, family friends, all that stuff. People we call family, all that. At my house or whatever. And I was outside with the boys, like, cause I was a tomboy, so I was outside doing some rough boy stuff or whatever. And the babies, the kids that was like really younger, they was in the house, and the girly girls, they was in the house or whatever. So I go in the house, and they like, okay, Nay, go ahead and wash your hands, and then you can get your plate, whatever. So I go wash my hands, and then one of the I ain't gonna say who, but it wasn't my mama or my auntie, but she was just like, okay, so I want you to pass out plates, and I want you to pass out plates for the boys too, like the older boys, and then the boys around my age. And like, she didn't say the girls, so that threw me for a loop, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'll fix my plate, and I'll fix the plate of all the kids, boy or girl, that's younger than me, 2 or 3 years younger than me. I'll do that, for the people, all of the kids that was in the house that can't be outside by themselves. I'll do that. And then I kind of like walked off. I think I kind of like I think I started handing my little baby cousin his plate or whatever. And then they all just looking. They just looking at each other, looking at my mama. And then they just start bust out laughing or whatever. Like, yeah, that's your child or whatever. So I have never been like comfortable with things like that. Like, because I am a woman, I have to do that. Well, probably like, I want to say when I was like giving the kids they plate, and I was just about to get my plate, the older girls, not really older, they around my age too, but they the girly girls. So they came up, and she told them the same thing. And what did they do? They did it. So that's what I mean by, if I would have had better influences in my life, if I would have had like better influences in my life, or stronger women in my life, the ones that's not, to me, that's chasing behind a man. I feel like if you a woman, you now, if you want to serve your man, yeah, you can. But if it shouldn't be required just because you're a woman, you know? Like, and I have a real big issue with that. And I just don't want my daughter picking up on something like that. So, yeah, that's why I don't want her around a lot of people who could potentially show her some stuff that I would not ever in life show her. So, that's really all I have to say.